Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the T30. It's a Tier 9 American tank destroyer, a turreted one. It's located on the north spawn of Fisherman's Bay, and this one is under the command of Entil Butcher. Now the T30, it's a bit of an unusual tank because in some ways it's very close to a T29, except it's got a slightly different engine. Well, different engine, different turret, different gun, but the same chassis. Now they only produced two T30s as far as I know. One that's at Fort Benning, and we've seen Sofilein jump on top of it and play around on it. And there was one as a, I think as a guard gate or gate guard somewhere else. I think it was at Detroit. But it's a very interesting tank in many ways because this is part of the series of tanks that were built to destroy the Tiger II and the other German heavy tanks. But at the end of the war, they weren't ready in time, and instead, oh, nice shot! In the end, they were actually being designed and built mainly because of the threat of the Soviet tanks, the IS-3, and they continued developing them even though the war was over to see if they could actually perfect them. But there was only 8 T29s built, I believe 2 T30s, although I may be wrong, there might be 3. But I certainly know one of them is at Fort Benning now, and Sophie's been on it, and I'll show a picture of that moment very shortly. It's got a 155mm gun, which is the biggest gun that was actually fitted to a US tank. It's capable of 750 alpha, penetrating 276 with standard ammo, and with the premium ammo, it'll go through 320mm of armour, and he's just put a round straight into that 103 and also the Leopard, into the T103 ROM, and killed it outright. Now it has got rather a long reload, 20.13 seconds, but you can understand that and why it's so long when you actually realise how heavy the shell is. Originally, I believe it was 61 kilograms. That's right, 61. The charge alone, I think, was something in the region of 40 kilos. And sorry, the shell, and then the actual charge was another 20 kilos on top of that. So it's an incredibly heavy shell. And we fired that one in a bit of a snap. It looked like it continued past the bushes, though, so I'm not so sure he hit someone with that one. Originally it was supposed to have a loader, and the reason the turret was so big is because they actually had to have a loader standing up to load it. Nice shot! Hit the Barask, and somebody else got the kill. He got 723 hit points off that one, and it was the T44 who's consolidated it with the kill. So it's an incredibly heavy shell, and in fact actually the first version had the manual loader, and a second version was built with an auto loader and a hatch at the back of the turret which enabled them to kick out the shell. But it was an auto loader, but it did take a very long time to load. Back then it was 30 seconds per shot, two shells per minute, and that definitely hit something in that bush because there was no dust kicked up when he fired it in, so something is really hurting up there right now. And we spotted the enemy T30. He's hiding behind the bunker. Note that one hit the bunker. The gun is so big actually, it's almost a bunker buster, you might say, but it wasn't used for that purpose. Of course, as I said, they were never put into service. There was only 2 ever built as far as I know. Now the engine that actually powered this thing is a similar engine of the same type that actually went into the M53, M55 and also the Patton tank. It's the Continental AV1790, and where it gets the 1790 from is the cubic inches of the tank. It's a V12 engine, an air-cooled engine, so it actually has to have fans which power the air threw over the engine to cool it down. And in fact, actually, I think they drew some of the air out of the turret to enable the crew to cool down as well. But it was, yes, it was the original ones that went into the T30 were the gasoline engines, the petrol engines. They had 704 horsepower. The ones that went into the patterns, they were diesel engines, so they had air cooling as well, V configuration, D for diesel, and they had a supercharger as well to bump up the power, and their power was 810 horsepower. So slightly more power in the patterns than you do get in the T30s. Now the gun was so powerful, and the shell was, as I said, so heavy that this tank couldn't be fired at certain elevations. So because it was just too difficult to lift the shell up. I'm not sure what he's looking up in the sky for. You can't shoot anything down up there. No, I think he was looking at the aircraft flying around. Oh, it's found another target. Scorpion. Oh, excellent shot. 752, which is a low roll. He's already picked up 3,318. Is that 13 hit points of damage? So he's actually done a lot already. But yes, he can do even more. And yet, in fact, the enemy is down by that amount of hit points. So it's mostly down to him that the enemy is suffering at the moment. Now, they built this tank in 1945 to 47, so it was after the war. It underwent the trials in 1948 at the Aberdeen Proving Grounds, and then, as I said, they went off to a variety of places. They didn't go to Fort Benning. I think they were kept in storage elsewhere. Fort Jackson, I think, was another place that it actually stayed. But eventually, one of them has actually now ended up at Fort Benning, and will probably go into the National Cavalry and Armour collection. It's got fantastic turret armour, really, although you know, it's fairly weak on the sides. Oh, he's just spotted a target he can hit. Oh, the guy ducked into cover. Is that just the top of the turret? Oh, he only needed a pixel and he hit the engine, and that guy's gone. Now, it's good gun depression as well. 10 degrees is what you need for a tank destroyer. Oh, Striv, he can take this guy out one shot. No problem. Yep. That's his third kill. There's still an Arty down there. Yes, it's got massive alpha, good penetration, incredibly large tracks which allow it to, with that high-powered engine, to power its way over most terrain. And it also creates a bit of a fear factor of its own. If you know the enemy's got a T30, you get very worried because that thing is capable of doing extreme damage, much like the Object 704. But of course the 704 has fairly weak casement armour, whereas the T30 is a lot stronger. I think the Arty's gone behind that rock. If it's not, it may be that they've got a tank destroyer around there, which is a Striv 103-0, the tier 9. He may have changed position. I didn't see his sixth sense go off when he fired, so I'm not sure the Striv is there anymore. I think he might be in the town. The only bad... Oh, and that was the enemy Arty getting killed a split second ago. The SU-14-2, the school bus at the other end of the map, just got a kill on the GW Tiger P hiding behind the rock. So yes, the Arty was there, even if the Striv wasn't. Now, as I was saying about the long reload time, and this is one of the things about the T30, you have to have a lot of patience to play it because it's almost got as long a reload as Arty. Not almost, not quite. Ah, he's been spotted now, and this time round it's the AMX M449 Liberté. He wasn't able to get a snapshot in fast enough, but he did get some spotting damage on the Liberté. The other thing is that the hull on this tank is fairly weak, even though the turret's fairly strong. The turret roof is also a weak spot as well, obviously. And yep, he's not even bothering to fight back now because he knows it's over. It's a pity really, because you should fight back, you continue to fight. There's the Striv, he wasn't in the town, he was actually down in the corner. But he is going to die this time, although he might get another shot in. Yep, and he bounced it off the turret. And now he's out the game. So that's his 4th kill. There's only 2 enemies left. He's potentially got a high caliber, and one of the enemies has turned up. It's a 50 TP, which is the Polish heavy. The tier 9 heavy. One shot to his lower plates. He's been tracked. He's stunned. He's not a happy bunny, but now he's got the jump on us for the next shot. Yeah, unfortunate that. Not a lot we can do under the circumstances. His reload is a lot quicker than ours. But Entel Butcher's going for this. Yep, got him. Yeah, it's that high alpha that gets them in the end. They might get a second shot in whilst we're reloading, but it's the high alpha that defeats them in the end because they can't. They've got no answer to that. And the last enemy is an object Treble 7-2, which is the reward tank, who's off in the town. I don't think we're going to get a shot on him from here. Okay, he's used his first aid kit. Have to get a bit closer, I think, to get a shot. Oh, no, we might get to. Oh, unfortunately, that one didn't connect. And he's now reloading, and our teammates go in for the final kill. But that was a really good game. 5-9, 5-6 as far as we know. I think it's going to be higher because I'm pretty sure that he did get some blind hits in there. Here's the end of battle results for Entel Butcher in the T30. That was an ace tanker game for him, and also a first mark of excellence, so very well done indeed. He got a spotter badge for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage, a bruiser for getting at least 5 critical hits, he got 5 exactly. He got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, and a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills, he ended up with 5. One short of a top gun, but also 1/3 of the enemy team, and a 5 for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle. He actually platooned with another tank, and they both had at least 3 kills each, which meant he earned a Brothers in Arms, and he did get the highest damage in that game, so he earned a high caliber mark, which is a Battle Hero medal. Let's have a look at the team score and see exactly where he was. There you go, top of the table, 5,956 hit points. He didn't get any blind shots. I thought he did, but no, he didn't, unfortunately, on this occasion. The next highest damage in the game was the 50 TP fought at the end. 2,828 hit points of damage went to him. And our third highest damage was the E50 on the enemy team, 2,584. When it came to kills, yep, he was top with 5 kills. 3 kills went to the school bus, the SU-14-2, and 2 kills went to the FB4004 Conway, and also to the Striv S1 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, yes, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,268, that was an ace tanker score. 876 went to the 53 TP Markovsky Go, and 853 went to the SU-14-2 school bus. He fired 21 rounds in that game, 12 direct hits, 11 penetrations, damage of 5,956 hit points, of which 3,711 were at more than 300 meters. This tank is basically a long-range sniper, but it's equally good so long as you can stay in a hull-down position and use that good turret to good effect and don't expose the hull of your tank, you're okay. 5 hits received from the enemy, 3 penetrated, 2 non-penetrations. Yeah, most of the penetrating shots actually went into the hull, which, as I said, is fairly weak. It's not as strong as the turret. The turret's got 279.4 millimeters at the front of the turret. Yeah, so you can see it's very, very strong. 950 hit points of damage blocked by armor. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 9 enemy vehicles damaged, 5 killed, and 1,117 hit points of damage assistance. I think that's spotting assist, actually. He earned 48,789 credits in the battle, got 36,592 from personal reserves, a total of 109,776 credits altogether. After repair, ammunition, resupply and consumables took away a profit of 50,406 credits altogether. 1,268 XP, 1,902 from personal reserves, 3,000 from personal missions payout, and took away 6,804 experience points altogether. So a very good round in the T30. It's a very interesting tank actually, and certainly the one at Fort Benning is a really beautiful tank. So I'm sure a lot of people will actually love going down there to see it once it is open to the public. For the moment, all we've got is the pictures that Sophie's brought back, but I'm sure that one day they will have a museum at Fort Benning just as good as we have at Bovington, and then you'll be able to go down and see all the very, very strange, or not strange, but very familiar tanks that we play in the game, which can only be found in the United States. If you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithms. And thank you for watching.